Okay, well, welcome back, viewers. This is James Kalm, the guy on the bike. I'm going to bring you another half-assed report here. We're going to pop in here to Honey Ramka, and we're going to look at an exhibition by Ana Weider-Blank, and the title of the exhibition is Strange Friends. And we snagged Ana, and we're going to get her to talk a little bit. Come on over here. Let's start over here talking about some of your paintings. Well, first I wanted to say that I think I've been seeing your paintings here for at least a couple of years, and I've been very impressed with this.
Yeah, I had my first solo show here. It's called Women of Swan in 2013, and since then I've had, I think, 3 or 4 group shows here. So I've been featured here a lot. And I'm actually repped by this scholar, but I like to show in a lot of different places as well.
That's good. Let's talk a little bit about your painting. Well, one of the things that I always like is that, well, you use a lot of paint, you're very exuberant, and you've got a kind of a nice, interesting, authentic figuration that you use. Also, this is something I haven't seen before, is you've got sculpture here.
Yeah, I've been doing ceramic work for the past 2 years or so. And so my studio is in Long Island City, and I go to this place called Brick House.
Sure.
To make ceramics, and I've also done residencies at the Vermont Studio Center where these 2 were made at, and what else? And I've also done workshop residencies at Haystack.
So this is fired ceramic, and is that just regular glaze on there, or did you paint on there with oil paint?
This one is actually paint because VSC doesn't have a glaze film. And that one is the same. The rest of them are glazed. It's a comix glaze.
Tell us about your paintings. Now, this is all oil paint, or do you mix other things in there?
Well, each one actually has a specific narrative structure that I am really interested in using mythology and narrative, both from the Bible and from other cultures like Greek mythology, as feminist narrative and feminist political allegory. So each one of them, this one over here, the one you had before,
yes,
is actually the eponymous title of the show, and it is called Strange Friends, which is what the show is also called, Strange Friends. And so it takes these characters from the Bible, characters I'm really familiar with because I grew up in a Jewish home and I've studied this.
Here in Brooklyn?
No, not that Jewish. I'm not like, my parents are Hasidic, they're modern Orthodox. I, however, am not. But I know the story. So this one is about Miriam and Moses, and they are slaves, and they're taking this job as a wet nurse to be close to their son and brother, who has been adopted by the Egyptian princess. So there's a lot about strange friendships.
Also, now I think that I've seen a couple of your pieces where you had some things maybe collaged in, or maybe a couple of holes, but is this something that you're kind of developing, the cutaway sections of the canvases?
When I was in grad school, I put out a lot of work that was very heavily built up, not just with oil paint, but with like fabrics and clay and ceiling film, and they became both really, really heavy and almost impossible to move.
Yes.
So after grad school, I kind of moved in the opposite directions and thinking about subtractive space and negative space. As a reaction to the natural tendency to pack things in, I started cutting away to make more negative space. And it started I think this was one of the first paintings where I was really doing it intentionally, rather than, it started much more random way before, but I started to really do it intentionally there. And then they brought it out more and became more pronounced like in those 2.
Okay. Well, you know, it's also a great contrast because you've got such an intense and rich surface here, and then when you start to cut into it like that and sort of remove it, that's really does present the material part of the paintings is much more chunky.
I agree, and I also really like that Brian, the gallerist here, or one of my two very good friends in the gallery, we decided to paint the gallery this very light green color.
Oh, so it is off-white.
I didn't want it up against a really super white background. Because I wanted to unify and and it was also their idea to make it up high so that the paintings wouldn't be contrasting or clash from geometric and ceramics and pedestals.
What brand of paint are you using here?
This is a lot of things. I use PBO, Windsor, Newton, Gamblin.
Okay, you got the whole thing. This is also nice, the way you've got sort of some bare canvas there opposed to this cutaway section, and then you've got your regular kind of build up. It's nice contrast.
The way this shows the stretcher bars.
Yeah.
It's become, because all my work is very curvilinear, and so you have these flat edges and straight edges, which is a natural contrast that I actually don't do so much myself.
Also, the painting on your plinths on the pedestals is nice, because that kind of brings that into the.
That I have for this show. I had never done it before. I came in starting on Monday night, or I think it's Tuesday night actually, and I worked Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and was non-stop for like 6 hours.
So you painted these here on site?
This week.
Oh boy.
And I don't usually paint with acrylics, but I had to because they would have been impossible to dry.
That's right. Well, how long do you normally work on one of your normal paintings?
I usually have about 2 or 3 going at the same time.
Sure.
It takes about a month each.
Do you use any dryers?
I use linseed oil. I used to use linseed oil. My favorite medium now is safflower oil.
Safflower,
and I love
non-yellowing.
the repulsive kind of foamy quality of safflower oil because it has a thickness but also has a liquid flexibility to it. I also love that it doesn't smell, and I also love that it's non-toxic. And
You could put it on your salad, it's good stuff.
Although, unfortunately, you have to either buy the special kind they sell at art stores, because if you buy that kind in the grocery store, it will split your oil pigment, because they put some kind of emulsifier in it, and there's a word with oil in it.
What's the title on this piece?
This piece is called Leda and the Swan. It's from Greek mythology, where
Leda and the Swan, sure. A swan
and then reefs.
has his way with Leda. You know what?
This way is kind of a boy.
We're gonna wrap it up looking at this piece. Anyway, Anna, it's very nice to get a chance to talk to you and run through your show. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, James.
And we'll be looking forward to seeing more of your work. And the title of the show is Strange Friends.
It is.
Here at Honey Ramka. And if you've watched the Kalm Reports, you know we always say, thank you, Kate, at the end.
Thank you, James.
You're welcome. Oh, that was beautiful. Beautiful, thank you. Got me choked up.